My Spurs side won every game in February, which saw us sitting in second place in the league, level on points with leaders Arsenal, but they were ahead of us on goal difference. And with just 11 Premier League games to go and an FA Cup quarter-final coming up, it was going to be a very tense end to the season. After doing the league double over Manchester City this season, I wasn't so worried when we drew them in the FA Cup quarter-final. Next up in the league was a tricky trip to Anfield, where Maddison took the lead for us from the spot in the 25th minute, before Richarlison beautifully finished off the second in the 48th minute. Darwin Núñez pulled a goal back for the home side to give them hope, but as they went searching for an equaliser, Leonardo hit the third in the 94th minute. This sent us to the top of the Premier League, but there was bad injury news from the game, as Maddison would be out for 2 to 3 weeks with pulled knee ligaments. Ricardo Horta smashed in the opening goal against rivals Arsenal, before Dybala made it 2 from the spot. And we didn't hold back in the second half, as Son made it 3 in the 57th minute. Reece Nelson pulled a goal back for the visitors in the 79th minute, but we had beaten our North London rivals and now sat top of the table on 70 points with just 9 games left to play. Just as we thought nothing could go wrong, we had devastating news, as Son would be out for 4 to 6 months with a broken lower leg. And the week went from bad to worse, as goals from De Bruyne and Grealish saw us crash out of the FA Cup. And the bad news didn't stop there, as Kulusevski was ruled out for 3 to 4 weeks with a twisted ankle. Next up was league action again, as we welcomed Chelsea, and Udogi's opener sent us on our way. Dybala grabbed the second in the 37th minute, before he grabbed his second with a well-worked goal in the 41st. Van der Ven headed in the 4th, and there was time for Chelsea to grab a goal back, but it was only a consolation and we ran out 4-1 winners. And we got a bit of good news for a change, as Liverpool beat Arsenal 2-1, which opened our lead up at the top to 6 points with just 8 games left to play. A trip to Aston Villa was up next, and a goal from Pedro put us behind. But that man Ricardo Horta grabbed the equaliser and sealed a 1-1 draw. A 1-0 win away at Burnley thanks to a James Maddison screamer left us 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League, with a game in hand over second place Liverpool. The home game against Brighton gave us no problems, with this goal from Horta, 2 from James Maddison and a 4 from Dybala sealing a 4-2 win. Europa League qualification was already sealed for us when we travelled to Old Trafford, but when Shaw crossed the ball in, who would bet that Ivan Toney would head in the opening goal? And it went from bad to worse when Lindelof headed in the second. Our next game was against Luton Town at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, where we could potentially win the league title if all the other results went our way. And we certainly did our bit, as goals from Thuram, 2 from Marcus Leonardo, a brace from Ricardo Horta, 1 from Dybala, and a Ben Davies header sealing a 7-0 win. Other results didn't go our way, as Liverpool beat Newcastle, but we knew that a win in our next game against Everton would seal the Premier League title. And my players didn't disappoint, as goals from January signings Leonardo and Kefren Thuram made sure that the Premier League title was coming back to London, and I had won Tottenham's first top flight title since 1961. A 4-0 win over Newcastle with goals from Horta, Dybala, Leonardo and Johnson, and a 3-1 win over Sheffield United with a hat-trick from Dybala finished off a memorable season in which we topped the league with 92 points and were in the end 8 points clear of second place Liverpool. Dybala finished top scorer with 17 goals, with Son and Horta grabbing 10, Maddison with 9, Richarlison with 8, Kulusevski with 7, Leonardo and Thuram grabbed 6 each, and then the rest of the goals were shared between the squad. So everybody, that brings this FM24 Tottenham Hotspur beta save to a close. I really want to do a couple of seasons. I haven't had time. I've had physio. I've had a lot of stuff to do with my recovery. It is what it is. I set out to win a trophy with Tottenham. I brought him the Premier League title. Ange Postecoglou can jump back in his managerial chair now. I'm done with this one. With the new release coming out today, I won't get on to other content. I won't do a lot of 5-year and 1-year rebuild stuff this year. Hopefully you'll all enjoy that. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do that. I know there's a lot of you watching who haven't hit that subscribe button. It'd help me out massively. Hit the like button on the video. And until me next one, I'll see you all. Have a great day. Goodbye from me.